Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you are doing good. So today's topic is how to draw a female portrait. There are some differences between drawing a female portrait and a male portrait. So we'll be shedding light on some of the aspects of it. So let's begin. As you can see, I have drawn the basic outlining of the sketch and I'm going towards the detailed outline. I'm basically drawing the inner eye structure and completing the eyes outline so that whenever I'm leaving the spaces wherever I need to shade later on, I'm moving towards the nose area. See, these the things that I'm drawing right now are not final. We can modify these during the time of shading. So this is just a rough sketch, so as to just get a glimpse, just to get an idea of what I'm about to draw, and just to get a rough idea, right? So as you can see, I'm just started drawing. I've started shading the eyes with the help of the charcoal pencils. So the things that you will need for this sketch are a charcoal pencil, a 2B pencil, a HB pencil, 2H pencil, and an H pencil. I think these are sufficient for a darker shades. You can also use a 4H pencil, and we'll also be using a mechanical pencil for the eyes. Okay, so let's begin. As you can see, I'm shading the eye region and with the help of a 2B pencil and a charcoal pencil. The darker areas you have to opt first with the help of the charcoal pencil. We cannot use charcoal over graphite, so this thing has to be kept in mind. We have to use only graphite after using the charcoal. Okay, so we'll be leaving the spaces for the graphite to be used, and then I'll be shading it. So since this is a realistic portrait, what we'll be doing, we will be using the smudging technique here. We'll not be using the artistic approach. Artistic approach does not include smudging. So we'll be using brushes for smudging, or cotton earbuds, tissue paper, whatever you have, paper stumps. If you don't have paper stumps with you, you can use earbuds, you can use paint brushes, you can use cotton earbuds. Okay, so let's okay, so as you can see, I have made just smudging the areas with the cotton earbuds and using eraser to shade to lighten the areas to give it a light and shadow effect. So yeah, I'm just drawing the eyebrows as of now. See, all things that I'm drawing can be adjusted afterwards. The principle is that you don't have to make, like, you are making a sketch and you've drawn the outline, so you don't have to be rigid about it. You have to be patient and you have to be you should be able to adapt to the changes afterwards, right? So for example, you have made a sketch and you think the proportions are not right, so you should not be scared. You should be able to adapt accordingly. You can rub the areas. Okay, so that's the reason you have to share what I'll say, shade lightly first with the help of 2H pencil. 2H are the lightest ones. I prefer 2H pencils to to do the outlining and the shading areas first to create a base layer, and then we'll be moving towards the upper layers of it. Okay, so as you can see, eyes are a bit of complete now, though I have made large eyes over here because I'm making this on a A3 size portrait. That is why I am enlarging everything. I'll tell you the proportions. As you can see, so we have the proportions of a female sketch. Basically involves the area, like, as you can see, the if you want to draw the distance between the eyes, if you want to get an idea of what should be the distance between the two eyes, you have to leave a space of one eye in between the two eyes. Okay, so there are basically, just imagine like you are drawing three eyes. Okay, so just to give it a proportion, the whole face is divided into three parts. One third is your forehead to the eye area, one third is from the eye to the tip of the nose, and from the tip of the nose to the tip of your chin is the other part. So the whole face is divided into three parts, and we basically, this is a general assumption. I'm not saying that every face is like this. We have billions of people around us with different faces, different facial features. All depends on their facial cheekbones, facial bones, how your face is structured basically. So that makes the portrait difficult, because any mistake here and there and you may be drawing a completely different person. The face that you would have drawn would be of a completely different person, right? So that is why. So I'm just making a random portrait here, not making any relevant portrait. Okay, so let's begin. And as you can see, I have shaded the nose area and I'm going towards the lips. For the lips, as you can see, for the lips you have to draw the mid line first. Okay, so the middle part of the lips would be drawn first with the help of the charcoal pencil, then we'll be shading towards the upper part and then towards the downwards. Okay, towards the down area. So as you can see, I have shaded the nose area. For the nose, I have used a smudging technique in the nose. The whole sketch I am using a smudging technique because to give it a realistic effect. Okay, so as you can see, I'm making the forehead area, darkening the forehead area so as to be able to separate the whole sketch from the hair part. The hair region will be drawing afterwards, after drawing the face area. So the eyes are clear. As of now, the forehead region, I'm just shading the forehead region, making the boundaries of the face so as to distinguish the hairs from that of the face. I think the 50% part of the portrait is complete. Once you draw the eyes, nose and the lips, your 50% of the portrait, more than 50, I would say 70% of the portrait is complete. The rest of the 30% you have to draw the hairs part. So making realistic hair is difficult. Okay, but I'll try to show you here how I have drawn. So for smudging, what you can do is you can also use your fingers, your hand. Why? The only thing that you need to consider over here while smudging through your hands is that you don't have any oil on your hands, because then it would tarnish the paper. It would be harmful for the paper also. It won't be smudging properly and the shade would not come correct. Okay, so yeah, right now I'm using a 2H pencil to shade the lighter areas of the face to give it a skin texture. For the skin texture I use 2H pencil or H pencil. For the darker areas I use a 2B pencil. So as you can see, you can use a 2H pencil here and then you can smudge the area to create a skin texture, overall skin texture. If you leave it blank, it would look 2D, it won't look that much realistic. The sketch would look cool, it would look good, but it won't look realistic. So I would prefer to give a skin texture. Okay, so I'm doing some finishing touches over here, just over the nose area and the cheeks area, so as to when I do after finishing the touches, we'll move towards the hair region. Okay, so using the eraser and the cotton earbuds, we are doing the finishing touches over here and moving towards the hair region over the forehead area first. I'm just using a mechanical pencil to give a lighter shade here. After that I'll be using a charcoal pencil to give a darker shade. So first I'm using the mechanical pencil to give a hair effect, to give a density. See, if you use charcoal here first, what happens is you leave the white spaces, right? And the hair density would look less. So what you need to do is to make it more dense, you should use a lighter pencil, 2H pencil or mechanical pencil or HB pencil first over the hair region, just to create a base effect. And wherever the places where you need to make the darker shades, you should leave them blank so as to afterwards you can shade them with the help of the charcoal pencil, right? Or you can do in reverse also, like you can shade the darker areas first with the help of the charcoal pencil, then move towards the lighter area. But in case of hair, I would prefer not to do this, because when you do that, you'll not be making a base layer. In the case of hairs, the base layer is important because it would create a density effect, right? Otherwise it would look 2D and it would look blank, so we don't need that. So as you can see, I'm making the hairs in the lower part of the face and using the mechanical pencils just to give it a shade, right? And the charcoal pencils to give the hairs a proper structure. And one thing that you need to notice here is when you do it in a haphazard way and not make a proper structure, it won't look good. It will look ugly, right? So to blend in, what you need to do is wherever the region where you think that the shades are not coming properly and it is going haphazard, you should use a blending piece like a tissue paper or even your own I would not prefer using your hand on the hairs because it would smudge the all the areas and we would not be making a definite outline over the hairs. So I would use a cotton earbud over here because it's narrow and you can use it on a specific region, specific part of the hairs, so as to make it. But on the neck region or on the face region you can use your fingers to smudge, so that because it creates a greater surface area, right? You don't need a smaller surface area over the face or over that of the neck. Okay, so now we are moving towards the hair on the other side of the face, right side of the face, and doing the same thing I'm repeating here, just making the structure first with the help of the H2H pencil, then making in the base layer, then using the charcoal to over the darker areas. So here you have to mix and match, you can't do on a rigid way, right? So you have to mix and match, like what you need to do, like first you need the charcoal then you need the 2H, then you need the mechanical, then you need the 2B, or you can use them side by side. Okay, here, so I think it's looking good as of now. 90% of the sketch is complete, I think, and the only thing that you need to do here is do the finishing touches afterwards. See, the thing about making a portrait and other sketches, I consider portraits to be the most difficult, the last stage. If you are at a beginner stage, I would not like think that okay, I want to do the portrait first. Okay, I'll prefer to make a smaller sketches first. Like you can sketch a cartoon first. If you think it's good, you can move to the higher areas. You can sketch. If you don't need the charcoal, you can use small only your HB pencil first. If you don't have the other pencils with you, then we'll move towards the higher degree, towards the portraits. See, portraits and animes, if you are a fan of animes, they are completely different together altogether. Animes are easier to draw because you need to make the body, you need to make the figurine, and you don't need to make need because the costumes only make them look like similar to the what you are making. Okay, people would understand, yeah, you're making a Spider-Man, you're making a Batman according to the costumes. But in case of portraits, if you do it a slight mistake also, the whole face looks different, right? But your main motto should be like, you should be, if you are a beginner, I won't consider you to make 100% similar portrait. I would say if you make around 60% same, 70% same, that's also enough, right? It should look similar, but it's not like you are making a copy of it, right? You're not a photocopy machine, you're an artist. So you should behave like one. Like, okay, 60-70% is complete, okay, it looks similar. It's good, it's fine enough. For the beginners, I would say it's more than sufficient, right? 70% similarity is more than sufficient. Yeah, so I think our portrait is finished now, and just making some finishing touches over here and over there. I think it's finished. If you like the video, I would request you to comment over here if you have any questions regarding this. If you have any requests, like what to make next or other things, anything that you want to share, you can comment me over there. I'll be dropping my Instagram handle, Facebook handle towards the end of the video. You can follow me there. You can ask any questions about sketching art related over there, and I'll be happy to help. Okay. And yeah, I think it's finished. The finished sketch looks
Looks.
like this. Okay, thank you for watching the video, and please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.